Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. As you can see, this is another variation of the Klassic Reptile team that I've been playing. In terms of synergy, Goro gives them 20% attack. And he has an extra life. You see how I just cancelled my tag then? I was going to tag to Goro, but I cancelled it because I had Bone Shield. Go for the small ones first. Yeah, Goro comes back, resurrects, you could say, and he stomps down on, just comes off from top of the screen and just stomps on them, and has 50% health. But that's just for Goro. Other than that, synergetically speaking, it's 20% attack. So instead of Rex Devourer, she gives 30% critical damage. But 20% attack would apply to everything, including basic attacks. If you're wondering how I made him bleed, that's from Goro's equipment.
Do not trifle with me.
Got a double dot on him there. Bleed and poison.
Impressive. You are unworthy.
The only trouble with Diamond Goro is he showboats too much. Like after a special attack, he'll start flexing and saying, "Do not trifle with me," and then you can end up getting attacked, basically. So he's kind of leaving himself vulnerable while he's showboating. That's my only criticism of Diamond Goro. It's like, stop showboating. I'm trying to attack. I want to get straight into attacking, continue attacking. I've got to wait for him to stop flexing, showboating. Look, I'll show you what I mean.
I am master of combat. Excellent. Do not trifle with me. Excellent. For the Shogun. Excellent.
Give me back my health, Kano. Thank you. Do I prefer Goro over Rextavora? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But so far, I'm not seeing any problems with this, with having Goro instead of Devora. They've both got unblockable special ones.
Do not trifle with me.
I think it's definitely just as good, if not better. I'm finding it just as easy. I suppose it's simply a case of who do I prefer between Devora and Diamond Devora and Diamond Goro. To be honest with you, I think I prefer Goro.
Bring me a true warrior. You are unworthy.
That's it, now it's game over.
You will die with honor.
Yeah, I think, but I suppose this is just my opinion, and it's not really statistically speaking, it's more just preference. What the fuck? I like this team more than with Rextavora. I prefer having Goro. But in terms of you know, the passives and synergy and all that, on paper, I suppose technically they're just as good as each other. But yeah, I personally prefer Goro when it comes to this particular team. Anyway, so yeah, that's another variation of a classic Goro team. In fact, I'll do that when I've come off of the video. I'll show you my equipment before I end the recording. Okay. Now, obviously, I've given him this because I want to give them all, make sure they all have guaranteed 100% critical chance boost on all the specials against poisoned opponents, because they get 80% critical hit chance from Reptile's passive. So they're all going to have a piece of equipment like this that gives them critical hit chance boost, taking it over 100% to guarantee the critical hits, plus an extra damage boost against enemies affected by bleed and poison. This is just for power generation. Just because it's Goro's equipment, I could actually give him something better, but fuck it, just give him his equipment. I mean, if you think about it, you know, let's say it doesn't apply the bleed to the enemy at the start of the match, then that part is irrelevant. So the 15% damage boost, yeah, that applies. But if you don't do an X-ray, then that means the rest of it is irrelevant, not applicable. So it's pretty shit as far as equipment goes. I think it should be 100% chance to apply bleed. It should, like Blaze's Life Force, it sets them on fire guaranteed. It should be like that, and then it'd be half decent. But anyway, I've given him it anyway, just because it's his equipment. And Devastator, that's why I were doing more special ones, because of the special 1 attack boost. And I'm sure this used to be 60% special 1 attack boost, and they reduced it to 50%. But anyway, that's Goro's equipment. And if you've been watching my previous videos, you'll see what equipment I've had on Mileena and Reptile. Mileena, her equipment gives, you know, critical anyway, so she's going to be guaranteed against critical poisoned opponents. Also, the 25% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed or poison. Remember, these are going to double up when they're affected by both bleed and poison. And she gets 50% chance to convert 50% damage to health on special 2. Well, this gives her another 25% plus 20% power generation, and this gives her another 25%, which means 100%. So that means that when she does special 2, she's guaranteed to convert the damage to health, guaranteed. And this just for health, and it's 50% critical hit chance reduction again as well. If you combine pieces of equipment like this, you can actually make yourself immune from critical hits, or immune to bleed and poison, or immune to slow and stun. Shit like that. But anyway, Reptile. She's got Soul Medallion. Right. Freddy's Glove for the critical damage and 20% damage boost. But you know, Wrath Hammer could have been used. You know, that gives you critical chance. There's loads of equipment that, you know, gives you critical hit chance boost. But that would give him a bar of power. There's better equipment that could be used, but I just don't need to use it. So anyway, Freddy's Glove, 20% attack plus the critical, making it 100% guaranteed critical against poisoned opponents. And this, just for health and chance to reflect basic damage when blocking. Soul Medallion for power generation and 50% reduced discount on special 2. Sacrificial Knife for basic damage and damage boost against enemies affected by bleed or poison. And that's it. If you haven't seen my previous videos, this Reptile, when you know, it's got there's an 80% chance that they're poisoned when they tag in, right? And when they're poisoned, everyone on Reptile's team has 80% critical hit chance. So if you give your characters that extra 20%, making it to go to 100, then that means when you're doing special attacks against your enemies that are poisoned and they're poisoned, whilst they're poisoned, should I say, it's going to be critical every time, guaranteed. So yeah. what more can I say? In this particular team, Goro, like I said previously, gives the team gain 20% attack, and once per match. If that's providing he's not the last to be killed. If you're doing a battle and Goro's your last player and the other two players have been killed, Goro will not come back. He has to have been killed. He's only got a chance to come back if he's not the last one to be killed. So yeah. So the difference between this and Rex Devourer is Rex Devourer gives 30% critical hit damage. So it would all these guaranteed critical hits, special attacks that you're doing that are all critical. It's gonna boost the damage done by that by 30%. This would do 20%, but it'd apply to every type of attack. So technically, Devourer's passive could be viewed as better and higher. It depends which way you look at it. But Goro gets an extra life with 50% health. So, but in terms of being fun to play and enjoyability, I prefer this one with Goro, to be honest. But on paper, it would probably say that Devourer's better. But I suppose it's down to preference. Anyway, thanks. That's it for this video. So thanks for watching. Oh wait, let's buy a diamond pack. Shao Kahn's helmet's at Fusion 8 now. Come on, baby, please. Oh, never mind. Right then, that's it for this video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please give a like, subscribe if you're new for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.